All right, guys, today we're going to talk about some things that you've probably been told, especially if you're new to hiking or backpacking. We're going to talk about some things that you've probably been told that you need to take with you when you go hiking or backpacking. But I'm going to tell you, you don't need them. So if you're curious, stay tuned through the intro. What's up? My name is Doug, the Bearded Outdoorsman. Welcome to another video. If you enjoy beard product reviews, and gear tips, then you have definitely come to the right place. Today, let's just jump into this. We're going to talk about a couple things that if you've gone to a big box retailer website and looked at things, a checklist that you need to go hiking or backpacking or just outdoors, these items have probably been on there, but I'm going to tell you, you don't need them, and I'm going to tell you either why you don't need them or a better alternative. So let's jump right into it. The first one is going to be bear spray. Now, I have hiked all of my years of hiking in black bear country. I've seen one bear, and that bear saw me before I saw him, and he ran. Do not need bear spray. I'm not one of those ultralight junkies. I'm not going to tell you you don't need it necessarily because of the weight. I'm just going to tell you you don't need it because bears are not going to bother you if you don't bother them. Now, there may be some areas in the country or in other countries where you do need bear spray, if it's grizzly bears or something like that. But I can tell you firsthand that if you hike in black bear country, you don't need bear spray. Bear spray is really just a waste, in my opinion, for black bears, because they are more scared of you than you are of them. And when they see you, they are going to run. Now, of course, you need to take other precautions like hanging your bear bags, hanging your food bags, and that kind of thing. If you're in a certain area that requires stuff like a bear canister, then you want to make sure that you adhere to those rules. But the bear spray, you don't need bear spray. The next one, and I've talked about this one before, is Nalgene bottles. Nalgene bottles, they're great for all sorts of different things, but in my opinion, they're not great for hiking. But a lot of these companies are going to tell you, because they sell them, a lot of these companies are going to tell you that you need a Nalgene bottle. Nalgene bottles are heavy, even when they're empty. What I recommend is either a Smart Water bottle or like a Gatorade bottle. Something like that. I prefer a Smart Water bottle because it does have the same threads and can screw on to my water filter, so I don't have to worry about anything like that. I can mix and match and use it as I need to. So I recommend a Smart Water bottle. If you use something like a Sawyer Squeeze, a Sawyer Mini, I recommend that Smart Water bottle. If you don't use that for water filtration, then I would go with a Gatorade bottle. The next one, again, something else I've talked about on this channel, is going to be hiking boots. Now, hiking boots are great if you have bad ankles or if you're going to be somewhere that's super rocky. Now, I have hiked, and I know it's no comparison, but I've hiked in some places where all you walked for half a mile was nothing but rocks, and I was wearing trail runners or tennis shoes, and I can tell you that my feet, my ankles, my legs, everything was fine. You're going to be a lot more comfortable and get those miles in if you're wearing something like a trail runner or a tennis shoe. Take my word for it. Hiking boots are great for that support if you have bad ankles or if you are going over an area that's really rocky. And a lot of these companies are going to tell you that you need hiking boots because, again, they sell them and they want you to spend that money and buy those hiking boots. But you don't need hiking boots. The next one is a knife. Now, I can tell you that my EDC knife is this Kershaw Blur, and this is too big for me to carry hiking. I will not carry this knife when I go hiking because it's just too big. So I carry a small pocket knife, just something really small, just to have that sharp edge and have that blade. I had somebody comment in one of my other videos that they carry some form of a scalpel, some form of a medical folding sharp blade. That sounds extremely useful and small and compact, something like that. Anything with a sharp edge but not too big. That's where the myth comes in, is that you need this huge hiking Bowie knife, and you don't. All right, so the last one is rain jacket. Now, I have done a video about what my rain setup is and what works for me, Now, there were some comments in there about some other options. So I know there's other options out there, but I am going to tell you that you do not have to have a raincoat. Now, there are ponchos. I've seen plenty of people and heard plenty of stories of people using ponchos to cover them and their pack, and it works great. A lot of people are going to the rain kilts, and I've even seen some folks going with an umbrella because of the dual purpose of being able to hold it for holding it over for rain, holding it over for sun, or even using it propped up at their shelter to kind of block the wind or rain in that regard. So you can go different ways, but a rain jacket, you don't have to have a rain jacket. Myself personally, I'll put a card to that video up top as to what my recommendation is, what I use, what works for me. But for me, I like just a pack cover. I'm gonna get wet. Anything covering my body while I'm hiking, I'm gonna sweat profusely. So I like just covering up my pack and keeping all the contents dry, and then myself drying out when I get to camp. All right, guys. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. Just a couple things that you need to rethink if you're new to hiking or backpacking and you've looked at some of these websites or even some YouTube videos that have told you you need some of these items. I'm telling you that you don't. So do a little bit more research, do a little more digging. I've got plenty of videos on my channel telling you the essentials and things that you should carry with you when you go hiking, and I encourage you to check those videos out. All right, guys, so at the end of this video, there's gonna be 2 videos on the screen for you to click on if you are interested, and I'll go ahead and tell you that one of those videos is going to be hiking essentials, things that you need to have when you go backpacking, and the other one is going to be another video that will help you with your gear selection. So I encourage you to check those 2 videos out if you are interested in more information about your gear. And until next time, stay bearded, get outdoors, and God bless.